Yeah, you good. Right there, we got the nurse file. Everybody get straight, just so you know. Also, make sure she got the temperature gun too. What's up, Taj?
7.
Good.
Can you lean back? Yeah, when you lean back, there's way more light on your face.
All right, cool.
All right, good.
While you're getting tested up, now we'll put a little.
So Matt, are you on sound?
You got. Nicolette, throw the camera on. Taj, get tested up.
So George is on sound? I'll just leave it there. So you're on sound, right?
Yeah.
So if everyone's ready, we're just gonna, you take one and then you're just gonna go for it.
Cool.
So we'll just do, because we were going to use this for capturing our cameras, capturing you. We'll just get that for the next segment.
It's all good. You know.
Here, hold on.
The whole time.
Okay.
Hey, what's happening, bro? Alright, I was wanted to like show y'all, you know, what it look like when I be shooting and shit. You know, so Nicolette, if you could walk them around.
I got a little
show
flare
them
on there,
everybody
but-
doing when I do or even closer. You can help me out for a second?
Sure.
You know, like I was saying, when I'm shooting my TV show. This is my answer. After I'll show you. Yeah. Can you show them?
Turn that light on.
Show them the cameras that we're using, the lenses, the people walking around. See how it's going. Is that better, Matt?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Before it was like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Show the COVID table.
A little bit more over, a
Show the
little
COVID
bit,
table.
a little bit back. No, the other way.
You want like a little.
Yeah, I want a little.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, this is me.
These are all the new red cams they got. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, that's my headlamp. I was like, there's some weird light on the back moving.
All right, cool.
What happened to the stereo?
I moved it down because I could see it in the shot.
Oh, God.
If you want to try putting it back up, maybe I can't see it. I pushed in a little more.
Y'all ready?
We're ready. 1 second.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't see. I pushed in, so I'm good. All right, George, you ready to sound?
I'm ready.
All right.
Just got to roll.
All right, let's do this.
Do we have the slate out?
I got it.
Lenny's got the slate. All right, I'm speeding.
Oh, Dave's a robot. See what your repairs are. Cool. There's a lot of metal. Okay.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Make
All right, he's speeding.
Camera speeds.
Tell me when you're speeding on sound.
I'm speeding.
Okay, everyone's phones are off. Cameras A and B. Take one.
You know, I've been working with network television for a couple of years now to get the experience to learn how it can be done. Ultimately, I always want to do things on my own. After all, I have my own television network. But my experience, especially with E1 and Tara Long, that's her name, right, Nicolette? Tara Long?
Yeah.
Tara Long, it just seemed really racist because the stories that are being told, the show I'm on, Growing Up Hip Hop, they're all about black families. And when I go into E1's office, I see all these shows about black people, but when I look in the offices, they're all white. And I look at the story and the subject matter, they were always pushing dysfunction. I didn't like the way they carried my son to the extent that our relationship has been compromised. I felt like they triggered him into drinking. And I've always expressed myself about how they should tread lightly in my culture, being that they're making so much money from it. But the disrespect is just, it was so odd how they would talk to a guy that's a CEO, a legend, as if he was just an artist. And the way the narrative would always be is almost like I was not doing as well as I was doing. They never showcased my network. You know, they always wanted to talk about the bad things, not the good. And then what really bothered me is when I had a story to tell, I always have a story to tell, and I'm like, I'll work with the networks on my terms. The network would never tell my stories unless they were told through a white production company. And even when I would bring my stories to Tara Long, just to see what it's all about. And she would say, I can't work with you unless I can rob you, basically. Unless we control the budget. Unless we can overcharge for the editing bays. And that skim that we all know that goes on. And then the way they carried my situation with my girl Raquel and the loss of our baby, and the way they carried my court case, it was so exploitive that I felt I was helping them disrespect my culture by being a part of it. Why would I do this if I have my own network and I can do my own show? So if the networks won't work with me because it's not a production company owned by someone white that will rob them, I have my own network. And I have the ability to showcase the real story, what it's like for a first-generation black man that's made a certain amount of money to actually look out for the people he loves and what that looks like. You know, all families go through stuff, that's normal. But to actually make it happen and only exploit that part and not the good shit, that's not all right with me. So instead of complaining about it, I put a lawsuit on We Channel's head and E1, and I'm doing my own show from here on in. And I'll play it on other networks, but you're gonna see it on mine. And I take pride in that. And that's the purpose of this show. And for me, it's about recognizing trauma in life. And a lot of what we go through is traumatizing and we don't know it. We think it's normal. I don't think it's normal to be unhappy. I think it's normal to be happy and be sad when people die. That's when you're unhappy, or when people are sick, or when people go to jail. But in between that, I'm not about that unhappy life. I'm about that love life. And my whole currency is love. And I'm about sharing it. And I fight for others other than myself. And I want it to be showcased properly. So here we are. And because of this trauma that I've recognized, and I know this systemic racism that we've had to deal with our whole life as people of color, we think that shit is normal. It's not. So my experience, I like to talk with a therapist. I always have. It's like a consigliere, you know. And the problem with therapy is, you know, most black people don't go to therapy, so studies on people aren't about black people. So when you get a therapist that's not from the culture, he don't know how to help us. Well, I found one that does. So, you know, after all this bullshit, I need therapy and I'm gonna get it. And I don't mind if y'all see it. But this is how the Dash Group rolls. Rock stars. You know, we don't like to only take vacations 4 times a year and rest 2 days a week on weekends. We work when we want to work. We prefer to rest 5 days a week and work 2. We prefer our life to be vacation and work 4 times a year. You know, we believe in controlling our own narrative. And a lot is going on. The world has ended. And we're also preparing for the new world. You know, generals look forward to a war. We prepare for it. Soldiers sit around and wait to be told what to do. We in a war. Who's a soldier, who's a general? We're gonna see that now. But I'm gonna document my generalism and my families. And you're gonna see what it really is like to be a legend, currently living, that gets to smell his own roses, whether y'all like it or not. You know? Enjoy the show. Anything else? That was good, right?
Let's cut. That was good.
Awesome. Okay. So now we're gonna bring a therapist in.
Let's get them wrapped up.
You feel good about it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
See, one take Jake. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah. That was a good ending too.
We're gonna put you on other shows so we don't have to deal with actors who take 5 takes.
Exactly.
Let's get in here.
Let's reset the cameras.
We're gonna be seen too. Mel, do you want to close that?
Hey, so we're gonna take it from losing the baby. And up to date. It's gonna go through up to where we had.
So if you're going to be on that, okay, so this camera is going to need a fresh battery right here. If we did. Do we have a battery station yet?
Yeah, it's back in the back. Go to the computer room, look right.
you actually be in this chair.
Well, now they're both gonna be together.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we just got.
I gotta put this back.
Yeah, well, we
I
just
just
set it up.
did the intro for my own show, and now the way I'm approaching my show is I'm gonna talk, you know how most people have it through, you know, they have the confessionals and they talk, I'm gonna do my confessionals. I'm gonna go through everything.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
But
Oh,
it's a lot easier.
Nicolette, can you shut the air off?
They know what they're doing. They're like those people that combine all the real white noises in the background, join the company, they got mad shit with my editing as well. So these are the people that when you come up here, it was like 500.
Oh, it's these speakers.
Ah,
Can we turn them off? Wait, actually, you watch on now. I'll let you know. I do a lot of business.
how was the sound on that good, George, on the last one?
Those are all red cans, those are ice lenses. They got some manual sound, put you on there. The light. So, you see the lighting?
You just double check his sound.
Sorry about the light.
I'm just playing back.
We get a pack of these lights for $6 grand. These lights right here. These are good. And then, I like the lenses. This thing got the new red cams that work good in low light. So don't, just because somebody says it's a red can, don't mean it's good for shit like this.
Right.
But this is good shit right here. You should do good. She got
Oh, there we
the
go.
lab
So much fire.
before we shoot. But anybody come to this table, get tested up. You know, official nurse, we official tissue. It's good to have the mic cube for landing. And then I also have a camera covering everything
Yes, sir.
right there. And then we set up another camera, one of mine, I'm gonna cover everything for the show. So we'll have this, so he's setting all that up. Now, if I really wanna get jiggy with it. She's editing another show, so I could be editing and put shit together right there, but they got it, I ain't worried about it. Hold on. You wanna set them up? Yeah.
From the dog. What's that? I believe so.
Do you need me for anything else or is that it?
Is anybody else supposed to get interviewed to come in? Cool. No, I think we're good, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Everybody
no
was good?
problem. Yeah, everybody was great. Everybody's clear. So
Thank you.
stay
Appreciate it.
safe, everybody. Yeah.
Can I see your face just so I know who I was talking to?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to see your IG story too. You ready?
Nicolette, I think I'm good on this camera. You want to just double check it?
I know to preserve the energy. My shit used to blast out all the time.
It's good.
I was like smart.
No, it's hard. You need like a whole group of people.
I already know. That's
Too
what
many
I think.
things to
Some
track.
people, a lot of people don't even think about that shit. They don't give a fuck. They want the shit to shut down, so you can't fucking shoot for no 3 fucking hours.
Well, the thing is, for next time, now that we know the setup, we can actually run it off of like wall power.
Y'all can always come and pause block anytime you want. That day before.
Yeah, it was just this time we weren't sure where the cameras and stuff were gonna go, and that's where we
Ready, honey?
45 seconds.
I don't want to try something. Mitch, watch out. I'm gonna try putting this here.
Move that guitar.
No, like it should show you should show. But you know when
Yeah, that's what I was.
Guitar and frame.
Yeah, scoot it in. That's what I had framed back.
Right there?
That's cool. Just back this way just a little bit. I don't want it to look like it's.
So you guys.
Yeah, that's good. That looks cool.
I like looking at myself. What? Nah, it's cool. That's
I just didn't want you to look.
Nah, just have one. I need one.
Yeah, as long as you guys are
Nah, it's cool because I know what camera I'll be looking at.
You're that. That's your name.
This one. And this one.
No,
This is the main. This is the main camera.
But when I'm looking there, it's cool. Ready?
You got the slate.
I think Lenny has it. It's on the.
You make me a drink, you get there?
Yeah.
I'll type it in. You guys ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
All right.
Yeah, this is rolling. Hold on.
This is
Hold on.
therapy interview. Take one.
Hold on.
You should right there.
Oh.
No, you should right there.
Alright, go for it.
Copy right there.
Oh, here it is.
Get ready. Oh, there
Now
it
you
is.
get sound checks on both of them?
Yeah.
Alright, so we should be good.
All right. Yeah, scene 2, take 1. All right. So this is therapy. Scene 2, take 1. Mark.
Look while you're in front of the.
Yeah, you're there. You go. Mark.
Of course,
All right.
that's my soul.
And you probably need Mark back.
That's my little soul.
Oh,
I was a camera, that's my soul.
y'all move this
Yeah,
roommates?
you get there?
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Yep.
Right there.
I cannot believe this.